What's up, everybody? East Billy here. Today, should you ride in the rain? Now we all know those people that are fair weather riders. They only ride on the weekends and when it's nice out, and sometimes during the weekdays if it's generally nice out. But a lot of motorcyclists don't actually practice riding in the rain, or just don't ride in the rain at all. Ideally, we would never have to ride in the rain. We are an unprotected species. We get wet very easily if it's raining. You can get rain gear and whatnot, but it's not only the rider that's affected when it rains, but the bike. The bike has two wheels, and it doesn't turn the same way a car turns, where it can keep all the wheels flat on the ground. A bike turns by leaning, and when you lean, you're taking vertical force off of the tires, and you're kind of making a horizontal force, or more diagonal force, which means that if you hit the wrong spot in the road, or you hit a leaf, or you just lean too much, you hit the wrong part of your wheel, the tire, you can wind up bailing out pretty hard. The problem with when it starts raining is the rain, oil and water don't like each other, they separate. So when it starts raining, all the oil on the ground starts rising out of the ground as the water penetrates the ground, and it creates a slicker roadway. So after it's been raining a while and more water's hitting the ground, it's pushing the oil out of the way, you're usually pretty good. But when it starts raining, or at places where there's a lot of oil, like on-ramps of highways where you kind of go slower, or at stop signs, red lights, there's a bit more oil on the ground at those places. They're a lot slicker. Now, I don't really have rain gear per se. I will ride in the rain, and pretty much any gear is my rain gear. For me, I have kind of a rule where I won't ride the bike if it's currently raining out, if I'm going somewhere. If it's not raining at the time, and I think I can get where I'm going before it starts raining, I'll typically take the bike. Especially if I know that I'm just coming right home after wherever I'm at, say it's work or visiting someone. I'll typically ride there, and then I don't mind getting wet on the way back, because by the time I get back home, I'm just gonna change and hop in the shower or whatever. But that's me. And I ride in rain like this. It's kind of just drizzly and misty. I've ridden in downpours, I've ridden in medium rain, a little bit of everything. But I think it's good. I think at some point, everybody should get out there while it's raining and ride. Especially if they're not going anywhere. They just kind of find a spot, be it a parking lot or a low traffic area, and ride. Learn your bike when it's wet. You don't have to do anything crazy. Practice stopping, practice locking your brakes up to see if they lock up earlier than usual or not. The back brake, that is. Don't try to lock up your front brake. See how comfortable you personally feel. I know my body starts to tense up a little bit more when it's raining out and I'm doing tighter turns, so I'll take them a lot slower. I try not to lean as much. If I'm on a one-way street going onto a two-way road, I'll typically not go from my lane to the inside lane. I'll typically go to the outside lane, just so I have a wider turn radius. I don't have to put as much lean on the bike. So find out what's comfortable for you. If you have it, wear some high-vis gear just so people can see it better. A lot of people don't follow the law, like that black car right there. They don't have their headlights on. Even though it's raining out, you should have your headlights on. Be careful at corners if you're turning a corner, because you do have the crosswalks and they're painted like these white lines. They are much slicker. They give you a lot less traction. Now, I've never dealt with any of this type of stuff on the motorcycle, but I have dealt with a ton of it on the bicycles, where I have even less contact patch and even less grip. And I've fallen quite a few times just from hitting some leaves, from hitting some wet spots, mountain biking. I was on a wooden bridge that was wet and I fell off of that. Luckily I fell off the end of it onto the ground and not into the water. But that kind of helped me when I got onto the motorcycle to kind of realize this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. I know that I can't make any sudden jerky movements, especially if I'm turning, or especially if I'm doing a maneuver that causes a lot less traction. Stuff like this, going down a ramp, you want to start braking earlier, especially when there's traffic ahead of you or you're going very fast. You want to start braking earlier. And stuff like this at the bottom of the ramp, you see all this melted rubber on the ground, especially at the bottom where that black car is there. Ton of melted rubber right there. You gotta watch out for stuff like that because it's not cement. It's not that hard ground. It's slick. It's rubbery. It sinks in. You get a lot less grip. Maybe get more grip. I don't know. Well, I mean, when it's wet, you get a lot less grip. Stuff like this, you want to start turning after the crosswalk. And stuff like what I'm coming up to now, where there is trolley tracks. You want to be careful on those because they are complete metal and completely slick. And when they are wet, they are a monster. I actually got anxiety watching some 77 TikTok videos where he's just turning as normal over some trolley tracks. I like to turn early and then go straight over them, and then get in between those lines and then go on my way. Straight lines aren't too bad. You don't have to worry too much. What you have to worry about more is people driving like idiots, because for some reason people drive like idiots when it's raining out. Well, that's it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you get the chance, I encourage people to go out and ride when it's raining. Try it out. See how you feel. Even if you just ride a couple blocks and you find you don't feel comfortable, at least you tried, and now you know. I think it's good because you never know when you're out riding a freak thunderstorm or whatever and you get downpour. You got two options. You find cover or you ride it out. Well, thank you for watching this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. And if you did dislike it, please let me know in the comments down below so I can make this channel better for both you and me. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time.